Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down following the run. Here again is McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Bridgewater on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Four yards remaining now on second down.
Let's go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Let's go.
They run it with McKinnon. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Bridgewater now from the 50. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
On third down, Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Quan Diggs, 50 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
They go play action to Hunt. Now Smith. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. And the wideout in motion. 3rd and long, it's Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Let's go.
They run once more with McKinnon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Bridgewater now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Forbath to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw is Smith. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Kansas City first down. Smith finding Hill that time. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They go play action here on first down. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to grade the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play. That'll bring up second down. From the 50, it's Smith. On target over the middle to Hill. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he motions the wide receiver. On first down, it's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Back to the air. Smith on second down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football. As we And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. From the red zone now, Smith. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Vikings coming out here again to take over on offense. This is a crew, obviously, that was so close, Charles, to becoming the first ever team to play a Super Bowl in their own stadium. So disappointment in that last game against Philly, but overall, I think they've got to be pretty pleased with the season.
They have to be because they put it all together. Won the NFC North. How about that win over the Saints in the divisional round? I mean, I don't know that they'll ever top that in terms of getting something done late in the game, especially with what was on the line. They do get Dalvin Cook back at running back next year. I think they'd still like to have a little more speed at wide receiver. But all in all, this team comes back pretty well intact and will be a force for a while.
Yeah, that defense is pretty set.
Very much so. I mean, try and move the ball against their front and then try and throw it against Xavier Rhodes. Good luck to you.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Minnesota. 51 yards on the ground. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
Here's McKinnon. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Back onto the field come the Kansas City Chiefs. As they look back to this last year, disappointment ultimately in how the season ended, Charles, no doubt. It was a weird year, though. The great start, the weird middle, and then the strong end.
And every team in the NFL documents their season with a year-end, video, movie about the season. This is going to be a tale of 3 seasons for the Kansas City Chiefs, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about the start?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Lets it fly for Thielen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Throwing is Smith. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And the wideout in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And going deep for Hill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Ramik Wilson in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Second down now after the incompletion. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 1st down, Smith. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. 3rd down here. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Throwing on 3rd and long. Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the third quarter. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He's going to go deep for Conley. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 57 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks at the 6-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. Smith going to give this one to Hunt. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. They're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it, and so all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. First down, Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Vikings on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Toss to Murray. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him. Upright with some power.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Throwing, Bridgewater. Incomplete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Fresh set of downs here. Now McKinnon. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. D. Ford in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Harris. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Smith with a give to Hunt. No, he'll be shoved to the turf that time. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Ben Gideon with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Make them do it again.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Give them 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Bridgewater. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Bridgewater to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
After the interception, here's Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them, an absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And now here comes Kansas City. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy's sideline, and use him well.
This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you played really well early, and then you kind of relax a little bit.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. anything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively.
He's going to go, Albert Wilson. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now it's Smith. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Let's go.
Toss play to McKinnon. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.